some cow had gotten through the fence. You know the cows always find some way to get through a fence and never find a way back in. They have to be caught. We lived on a farm for a while, and I helped my neighbor. Everybody was overstocked and underfenced, and we were always chasing cows and horses. And we were leading this nice cow. She was a milk cow. She was going up the hill, and she decided to take off running. The thing to do when the cow takes off running is let go of the rope. Just like when you're water skiing and something goes wrong, let go of the rope or it's going to drag. I got drugged by a cow. It was very embarrassing. And kicked by his horse. If you were driving up the road and you knew there was a turn that you were going to make, you wouldn't want to make the turn before you got there. You end up in the ditch. God's got the turn in the highway waiting on us. He's got every fork figured out. And if we will wait till we get to the turn to make it, instead of trying to turn before we get there, we wouldn't end up in the ditch. Say amen a lot. But fortunately, Jesus is not only our plumber, he's our tow truck. I try to use living examples of the word in action so that we can apply it to our daily life. If what we preach in here on Sunday morning doesn't help us on Monday, we're missing something. Because that's the goal. How to make what's in that book work on a day-to-day basis. So I say to you, this is Jesus talking in Luke 11 and 19. I say to you, ask and keep on asking, and it shall be given unto you. Seek and keep on seeking, and you will find. Knock and keep on knocking, and the door shall be opened to you. For everyone, so that would be me.
That would be me.
Everyone who asks and keeps on asking receives. He who seeks and keeps on seeking finds. And to him who knocks and keeps on knocking, the door shall be opened. There was no list, no accompanying list of qualifications. Did you notice that? The only qualification that was indicated was persistence. Don't quit. The only reason you'll lose is if you quit. So anybody who asks and keeps on asking and doesn't wear bright clothes, God will answer. So, anybody who asks and keeps on asking and doesn't wear big blue earrings, God will answer their prayer. Anybody who asks and never makes any more mistakes. Anybody who asks and doesn't sin. It doesn't even say that. He knows you're a sinner. He knows you're going to mess up, and he's there to help you get out of it and not keep doing it over and over. But that isn't the sermon. The sermon is ask and he's going to answer you. Just don't quit. Well, I asked 4 times. Well, it's like he said, when somebody offends you, the disciples asked him, how many times do I have to forgive that jerk? And he didn't use the word jerk. I'm paraphrasing slightly. But anybody that you've got to forgive that many times has obviously done something that's not nice to you. And he said, do I have to forgive him 7 times? He said, 7 times 70. Is that a precise number? No, he said, ain't no end to it. Do you understand that? Did you have somebody in your world that you have to forgive and they keep messing things up? It may not end. Forgiving them is not necessarily going to solve their problem. It solves your problem. Forgiving them frees you from having to reap vengeance and be upset. Amen? Ask. Keep on asking. Forgiveness is one of those qualified deals. There is something we have a participating part. We forgive when we're right, and when we're wrong. And then he said, he gave us the example of how he forgave us, and said that's how we forgive people. And to the natural mind, that is not reasonable. But forgiveness does not include trust. So you forgive them, you get free, but that doesn't mean you trust them anymore. Well, I'm going to be a good Christian. I got to let them in my car. But last time they smashed it into a tree. I know, but the Bible said I got to forgive them. That's stupid. Nobody's called us to be dumb. We're reasonable. God's reasonable. But forgiveness is for our benefit. Not so much the other person. So I'm not teaching about forgiveness. Somebody need to hear that, probably me. See, I didn't come back talking like a Tennessean.